Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be going over the type of healers that you see in co-op. Don't forget to drop a like and to subscribe if you enjoy. Let's get into it. Diona, the person who thought that the fact she ascends cryo damage bonus and got her C4 thinks they turned Diona into Garnu. Since they have C2, you assume that you and everyone else are big chillin', or well, you would be if they didn't queue into Azdaha with their level 50 Diona thinking they were gonna shield anything at all. You, being copium as hell, still decide to go through with it, but then realise you never make it past phase 2. It's rare you ever run into a well built Diona in co-op, because if someone has one, they have already selected the DPS unit they pre-farmed for 4 months in advance and won't stop simping over them on Twitter. Jean, if anybody has this character at level 80 or above, you already know that they are a Toronto fan and one day hope to be just like him. In fact, they fantasize about their Jean hitting big numbers and are eager to show this in every co-op game they join. However, it always turns out this person was so focused on making their Jean one burst everything, they forgot she is a healer and built her with 0 ER. Most Jean players use their burst off the start to flex their numbers and then proceed to never get it back when your team needs it most. They are usually the last one standing due to the self-sustain. However, they always die eventually or keep fighting until the time runs out. If you enter a domain with a Jean and they have a Jade Cutter, Mist Splitter or a Black Sword, I suggest you leave now. Barbara, Jean's little sister, and for some reason half of the people that play her think she is a DPS, but realistically she won't live up to my girl Kokomi. Sit down. And the other half have selected her because their team has no healer, but their Barber is not above level 50. There is no in between with Barber players. They are either level 90 with a complete DPS build, triple crowned, or they are level 50 with 0 artifacts and a level 1 weapon. The most common place you will find a Barbara is in the Crimson Witch domain, telling themselves they can break the Pyro Mage's shield, but their damage output is so low it's helpless. A team with a level 40 Barbara on it is most likely dead by the time the Abyss Mages come, as nobody knows how to dodge, and her healing is so low that the shield wasn't past half before the team wiped out. The teams with the level 90 Barbers do finish the domain, however this was because there is always almost a child on the team and that child carried, and the Barbara just assumed the numbers were there. Next we have Sayu. People who select her tend to have her leveled up. However, if they do select her, I suggest you leave the lobby and find a new one, as this player won't be healing. A Sayu player is always on crack, and if you are unfortunate enough to be in the domain with them, your team is dead right after they finish rolling. My first time encountering a Sayu player was against Azdaha, where they proceeded to roll forward and get stomped to death right after the first cutscene ended. That's right, not even making it to phase 2. Yes, Bennett. It's always a hit and miss with these guys. A good number of these guys haven't figured out Tectone's secret Bennett build and don't know how to read, so they decided to run attack percent on every single one of his artifacts, thinking he would buff your damage even more. These types of Bennetts tend to get one-shotted by the Ice Lordchild at the start of the Blizzard domain. The rest of your team then proceed to die to sheer cold. However, when there is a well-built Bennett, you become an unstoppable force and proceed to wipe out the domain each time. This is basically like doing a 50-50. You flip a coin. Is your Bennett dog or is your Bennett the carry? Chi. First off, if you built this character, congratulations! You are in 5% of the Genshin community. I understand that she stole your 50-50s, and so those constellations have been stacking up, so you finally decided to build her. Chi players always seem to arise when you want to go Hu Tao, just so that you can't stay below 50%. The only good thing about a Chi player is that with them on your team, you shouldn't die, unless they're trying to heal off of Azdaha. Then some issues start to occur. Finally, we have my favourite healer in all of Genshin, Kokomi. Whenever you run into a Kokomi, they are the most loving, wholesome and caring person ever. No bias, of course. a Kokomi will see you through the domain unless you decide you didn't want to stick around that jellyfish. Oh my gosh, when Kokomi released, this used to happen all the time. But hey, if that Kokomi is well built, they'll end up soloing that domain for you anyways. Kokomi players always got your back when you need it. Now, with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and tell me if you want to see videos that are like this in the future. I hope you all have a great day. See you around.